welcome to the big leagues first and foremost. Just to have this opportunity and knowing that it comes not just with weather coming up for a player that's injured, with some runway. You're the backup catcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. What does that just mean to you? How excited are you?
Pretty excited. Obviously, any person's going to be excited in this situation. Obviously, I think the biggest thing is just get around these guys and be as comfortable as possible. Understand that it's still the same game, and I get to play with some of the best players in the world.
With that, how valuable was this spring training for you? Because I know we talked a little bit in Arizona, just being in the meetings, working with the big league pitchers. How do you think that's prepared you for this next step?
Yeah, spring training obviously took a big toll on getting to know a lot of guys and understand what they have, what they work with, the way that they pitch, what they like to throw in certain counts, blah blah blah. For me, I think it's some of the rehab assignments, getting to catch some of these guys. Kershaw as of recently, Evan a little earlier in the year, seeing Kopech go about his work here recently. It's pretty cool. I get to know these guys a little better and understand the way that they work on a mound, and I think that's pretty satisfying as a catcher.
When and how did you find out the news?
It was a different one for sure. It was about 1 a.m. last night. I was almost asleep. I was about to put my phone down, set my alarm, and I got a call from our manager. The manager beat around the bush for a minute, and then he got to the news and basically like, hey, you need to start packing. Got straight to packing, and it was a quick turnaround.
Is that what you're expecting when the phone rings at 1 in the morning?
I was just hoping it wasn't my family. I was just hoping it wasn't anything serious. Like you get a call in the middle of the night, you kind of freak out at first. It's like, all right, who's calling me right now? But once I saw it was my manager, it was like we have a good relationship. So like I was thinking it was almost like he knew I was awake. He just wanted to talk. But no, it ended up being some of the best news I've ever heard.
How much family's going to be in attendance the next couple nights?
Tonight it'll be short, just my girlfriend and agency, but tomorrow my family will get in tomorrow morning.
So with that phone call to you at 1 a.m., did you call your family immediately in the middle of the night, or did you at least give them some time till the next morning?
I called every family member that I knew was going to be attending, and my mother just so happened to be the one that didn't answer after five calls. She's a deep sleeper. I don't blame her at all. She's a deep sleeper. I got a whole tour that first thing in the morning, and obviously it was a pretty good phone call.
With how well you played last year and the way you've played to start this season, how much did you have to fight against being impatient for your opportunity?
Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this a couple times, and it's like you just understand who you're with. You understand the situation. You understand not really who you're competing against. I mean, I get to play with these guys now, you know? It's just, like I said, understand the situation a little bit and continue to play. Because, I mean, essentially, that's what I want to do. I want to come here. I want to play every day. I want to play as much as I can. If I'm in the minor leagues, I still just want to play. That's the biggest thing. Like, we enjoy playing, you know? And it's not as much of where you're playing. Yeah, it helps when you're playing in the middle of Los Angeles. But, I just want to play.
They talked about kind of trying to balance, obviously, like, you're not going to probably play every day here, but, like, all the behind-the-scenes stuff in the MLB, if you get, like, how do you kind of view that? Do you feel okay with, you know?
Yeah, once again, you look at who I'm surrounded by, and it's some of the best baseball players to learn from. And me personally, I think I can take in information pretty well, and so I think it's going to be very beneficial, regardless of how much playing time. That's up to me to show up, play, help the team win.
How do you think you'll handle, at least initially, not starting as much as you're used to? Do you think that'll be a change in routine, or?
It'll be different. It'll be different, but like I said, I'm the rookie. I'm the young guy. That's my job. And essentially, if I show up here every day and I play 3 days a week, if I can help the team win those other 3-4 days, it's pretty special, and you're pretty valuable for a team like this.
How much did you kind of learn, like you said, like in spring, and just like with some of the rehabbing guys? Like, what are the things you learned from being around them, and that you're excited to kind of get to experience back there every day as you're going through breadth of meetings?
Yeah, meeting with Kershaw back in OKC, it's like, how do you Clayton Kershaw? That was pretty eye-opening. Yeah, it was eye-opening for me. It's like he understands the game the same way I do in some senses, and obviously he's seen 17 more years of Major League Baseball than I have. So I got to learn plenty from those 4 or 5 innings of work.
How beneficial were like some of those mock game planning meetings you guys did in spring training, and how similar do you feel like that's going to be to maybe what you're kind of getting into here and what you kind of experienced already in this short time?
I think they were very beneficial as far as like finding my process. I think that's the best way to put it. Game planning can be very overwhelming at times. Some people can take it too literal. Some people can be very to the point with it. And it's for me, like just finding that happy medium of making sure I know every little detail that I need to in that game in that moment. I think those meetings really help.
In the minors, they moved you around, whether it was the outfield, sometimes playing at first a bit. Is there something more just rewarding to you, though, just to make it now to the big league level as a catcher at your true position?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a boost of confidence for sure. It shows you that they believe in your skill, and I think that's pretty special. Coming from an organization, having a guy like Will behind the plate every day. Obviously, Will had a starting point, and they believed in Will in 2019, and kind of thinking the same way here. Is I've said it in spring training. It's my job to show up here and one, help the team win, but two, just make his job as easy as possible, you know, and like he's going to make my job easy, but it's also there's a helping hand that I can give to make his job easy as well.
From the phone call at 1 a.m. to trying to make the phone call and packing and everything, it seems like you haven't gotten enough sleep.
Yeah, not too much sleep as of recently, but that's part of it. It's part of it. I think I can run on the adrenaline here for quite some time.
What time was your flight out?
Wasn't till noon, so I had some time to think about it. I had a little time to think about it. Yeah, it was a good morning.
Dalton, on the catching side, where do you feel like you've taken the biggest leaps over the last couple of years?
I would for sure say one being game planning. Two, just being like, I've always had this good relationship process with pitchers, understanding the way that they operate, the way that they tick. And I think I just I take that and run with it. So for me, it was more just refining the small things like receiving, trusting my arm, trusting the throws, and take the physical aspect out of it. I think the biggest thing is just getting to know the pitcher as much as possible. And like we said earlier, I think I did a lot of that in spring training, and obviously the rehab assignments here recently.
Is there somebody in the organization, like a player or like a Will Ryan, who kind of reaffirmed like how much you progressed as a catcher?
Yeah, they touch on it here and there, but it's more like the big message was always like, hey, get to know the staff as much as possible, understand what they want to do in this situation or what you want to do in this situation, and find the middle point. I think that's part of just catching, you know. It's there wasn't really anything in particular that they pointed out physically that they really wanted to refine, but over time, it just one thing took care of another. All good?
Congratulations.
Thank you.